just the worst coffee. I don't even know what that is.
I'd probably like it. Fuck, I talked to my real voice there for a second.
Didn't put on your
so
North
we're back.
Atlantic? Smooth.
Every time. Are you recording audio?
Yeah.
Now the rest of the episodes you're going to be doing this one.
You can already feel involuntariness.
Alright, back in 2004.
What kind of hot sauce are we going to try this week?
So, for my mom's birthday, me and Wes made a seafood pasta. And she actually requested it because this was Anthony Bourdain's favorite dish to give out. It was actually a clam linguine.
Right.
And, before I knew the actual recipe that she gave, right away I was like, this is my chance to finally try monkfish.
Oh.
So
Feeling quite daring.
we still went with the clam linguine, but I cooked up some monk tail, fried it up like steak, and just cut it all up and put it into the linguine.
Let the proper nomenclature.
And it was the best part, man.
Yeah?
Oh yeah, monkfish is good. Tastes like lobster. You know why?
Because it's a bottom feeder?
They eat lobster.
Oh.
Yeah, they got that big bottom jaw so they can actually crack through the shell.
Right. Like that bear that eats the blueberries. You
They-
start gobbling at him.
Yeah, they raw dog those lobsters.
Oh.
Yeah.
Doesn't seem like the most pleasant thing, even for a fish to eat.
Well, you gotta do what you gotta do. Because they're bottom dwellers. I'm pretty sure that they, pretend to be a rock. Wait for something to come up.
What shape is the monkfish? It's quite flat, isn't it?
Yeah, kind of jelly, too.
Oh,
They got a jelliness to them and just, like, razor-sharp teeth. Like, I wouldn't want to get one of those fucking...
Yeah, it's worse than a bone.
I'd say.
I got a tooth.
Yeah. It was delicious. I was actually kind of worried about it.
Did it taste akin to another in the poisson family?
No, it tasted more like a lobster. And what's funny is that it actually had the toughness of lobster.
You eat it with butter?
Oh, yeah. Well, I basted it, right? You cook it in a
I don't know.
cast iron
Oh, yeah.
and threw them in there like fillets. What you do is you cut them in half and you
Yeah.
throw the fat sides on first. Wait a minute, throw the skinnier sides on. And then 2 minutes on one side just in an oil. Flip them over.
Yeah.
Baste with the butter and the herbs or whatever you want to put on it.
Cool.
And, yeah.
You use a cookbook for that? Or a Sears catalog?
Yeah, Wes had something. He looked it up. He was on the ball.
Nice.
He was actually trying to talk to me about this since last time we met up.
He was like, Jesus, hell, you need to put this up to 415 is the cooking temperature.
Yeah.
Get all the fucking bottom out of it.
Yeah. Well, he was there. I showed up 2 or 3 hours after he did. He spent hours. You just got to rinse the clams 3 times and like all the prep and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I skated in and just started cooking the monkfish.
So how many monkfishes per serving?
It was just 2 tails because they were beefy, and it was tough to bite into like a lobster tail, but if you cut it up, it still kind of did flake, like haddock or something like that.
Yeah.
So I just flaked it, and it actually just became so much that Yeah, there was more than enough just to toss on. There was 14 of us.
Yeah.
Just threw it on everyone's plate.
Yeah.
But it was a great addition.
No monkfish allergies?
No, thankfully. And I
You never know with something like that.
sent Dad home with 2 tails. He wasn't there that night, so I gave him the tails the next day.
Oh.
He fried them up, so they were pretty good. He said he didn't baste enough. It's all about the baste.
Did he
It's all about the primer.
Did he have it before, or just after this he was like, man, I need to get my hands on some tail?
It's like human flesh. Can't get enough of the monkfish.
He's ravenous for this powerful lust.
Yeah, fucking diving in the ocean looking for him.
Yeah.
Cement blocks on his shoes.
Yeah. Right under.
Yeah. Of course, that was 19 years from now that we made that delicious dish.
Yes, I can almost foresee it.
Did you leave the box on? Did you already turn the box on?
Yeah, I hear a box running.
Yeah.
One of my boys are down there. One of my no blows.
You play a lot of basketball?
Hoop around.
Can we go get a steak after this?
Throw the
I can't do any
throw
more.
the football around.
Yeah.
With some whip pans.
Yeah, I can't eat any of those eggplant calzones anymore from Paisanos.
No, did you get kicked out?
Yeah. Didn't see me tip. So I tried to take it back.
Yeah, well, make yourself a new man and send him in.
It's possible. I could just send you in.
I don't know. I don't know if I'm quite primed and ready to go. What happened in 2004 anyhow?
Life Aquatic. We already did all
I can remember what happened in the future, but I can't remember what happened last week, you know what I mean?
We actually were already back in 2004, you bastard.
Jeez. A little bit of a minority report.
So we're already kind of primed for this episode. So we might as well get into it. This movie is all about,
the box.
what men
You're making me crazy.
would think like if they just didn't worry about sex.
Yeah. Yeah, if you just hold on.
Yeah.
Hold out.
Yeah. He's got a test tube daughter. Doesn't even have to. They both got their beards at home. No offense.
Some taken. Yeah. But it's not a beard at home. It's called a stash.
Yeah. Nice. Nice.
Yeah. Just a little barb.
Yeah. So 2 friends, just like us. Yeah, it's almost like
Well,
this
on
is,
TV.
This is almost like a biopic of us. Did you feel that way?
A little bit.
This kind of did the legwork for us. This is exactly what, it's done. It's primed.
Yeah. Nothing left to do.
Yeah. All we got to do is change our names to Aaron and Abe.
I thought you were going to say kill ourselves.
That too.
Useless.
At least lock ourselves in an attic or something.
Yeah. Shelve ourselves.
So these 2, should we be wearing... Oh, you're already wearing goggles.
Yeah.
I feel like I should be wearing goggles. I should at least tuck my tie in.
Yeah. You don't want that to hang in your miscellaneous fungi. That's quite the exotic knot.
Who doesn't like a miscellaneous fungi every once in a while?
Yeah. It's not the Windsor, is it, right? That's the eyesore.
I wonder if anyone would ever refer to one of us as a miscellaneous fungi.
Maybe if they didn't know our name. But that'd be entirely coincidental. Incidental.
So do you identify with others that their names start with A? When you're like Aaron and Abe, were you instantly like, oh, I can get along with these guys?
I can see why you would think that I would have that kind of neurosis. You know, like if you own a dog, you might own a duck.
Start of the list.
Yeah. It's really a butter.
Yeah.
It butt right into the front. It's not an... Aaron shouldn't be the front, but it added the extra A. It fucking Lloyded its way to, like, L. You know? Lloyd bumps his way all the way.
And Abe would be next. AAAB.
Are you talking in genome?
I wonder if that's the whole thing to this movie. Is like these guys just front of the line. Pioneers.
What about those other
discovered plutonium by accident?
Yeah. And way in the future, it feels like the...
Wait. Discovered plutonium by accident. Had to make sure that soundbite was right.
Yeah. Fucking dwarf minerals.
Little
Mickeys.
Little proteins.
Yeah. The Mickey in the sky, old Pluto.
Yeah. I could have whipped up some protein way faster than they did.
Fucking the June bug soaring, eh?
But yeah, that was they go to that.
Hello? What the fuck happened?
Are we still on?
We still a go?
Hello?
Hello? What are we, panning?
That can't happen because we fired our camera crew.
Yeah. You know, they couldn't stay focused.
Yeah. That's why we just let them kind of do their own thing in my garage. And we'll just focus on this.
Yeah, doing things in the garage. I didn't think about it right away, but I actually went back to check out the first scene in this. Because I couldn't remember, first thing is so important.
Yeah.
And figured it was pretty close to the garage. But just so many things started popping into my head that seemed cool about garages to me. Like garage bands. And like some real nerdy shit too. Homebrew stuff. Like the first computers.
Yeah.
Like when people would start making their own for the first time, when some components became available.
Yeah.
And even like the hackers, the first types of hackers, phone freaks.
Yeah.
And Kevin Mitnick, the dude who was on the run.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if you're familiar with him, but just like a whole catch me if you can sort of thing. So, just one simple little garage, just anything to take my mind off the disgusting colors.
Grandpappy's cool cars.
Yeah. Fucking Tim Taylor working on his hot rod.
Lots of cool stuff in garages. I see that. You're right.
You know what I'm ashamed to admit?
So where is this on your cool meter?
I feel like I just got a gut out of saying that I've never even owned a garage or lived in a place that has a garage. But
Yeah, really?
Yeah, luckily you stopped that from happening.
I didn't hear anything. But I did have a underutilized 2-level garage in Hammond's Plains.
Jesus.
Not to rub that in. But we did nothing with the basement.
Fuck.
We could have done so much with the basement. But it was just like, I think maybe when we moved in, there was just a bunch of stuff left down there, so we just never moved it. And it was like unfinished and pretty damp and stuff like that. Okay. But the upstairs, my mom used to store like people's cars and bikes and stuff for the winter.
Right.
So we'd always be staring at those and sitting in them and stuff like that. And at one point we did have a pool table in there. At one time we had a hot tub in there. And my brother had a high school party that we were all at when we were in junior high, which is pretty funny.
I had a man who liked seashells in my backyard.
Oh, yeah? I made sand candles in that garage. You ever make something like that?
Yeah, no, but not that there's anything wrong with it.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, actually.
I don't know who told you.
I'll show you how to do it later.
Some guy walked by as you do it. He's like, "That's pretty cool." And you're like, "I'm gonna tell people."
Yeah, exactly. It was my mom. She told me it was cool.
That's pretty cool, Liam. It's a really cool thing you're doing there.
Yeah, you know who was really cool? That guy that they...
That's sand.
The first guy that they go to when they're like, should we be wearing goggles?
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, fucking right we should, but we're not gonna because we're a couple badasses here.
Okay.
In our lab coats. I swear you got that box going in there. So yeah, there are a couple
Getting the transmission there, E.T.
So Aaron and Abe, couple Ty Tuckers.
Yeah, Abe's Odyssey.
Yeah, they got their no-name friends just out of the loop. You know.
They're unnamed?
To my recollection, they sure are. Yeah, they had that one guy that's always just walking around with the clipboard, asking them questions.
Oh.
Then there's the other guy that just says...
What's a telemarketer in person? Alright. The clipboard got my mind thinking.
Where are you at in your notes?
I haven't even pulled them up yet. I'm just waiting.
Get them on, guy.
There was those dudes, right? What the hell are they even doing? They're
trying to get some steaks.
Nah.
Fighting over what they're going to eat.
They're all hanging out in the garage, right?
Yeah.
Is this like they just finished something? They're trying to figure out what the hell to do next?
We walked into this completely blind. So I wasn't quite getting what they were doing. Like, I don't think they were trying to do what they did.
But they just succeeded with something or gave up. I guess it doesn't matter. They're moving on.
Yeah.
Moving on. Moving right along.
Well, they're discussing that they both have two different things on the go.
Yeah.
Like, right off the bat, you know, they're all working together on something. Not quite sure how that panned out.
Yeah.
But it's early on that they're saying, like, they don't need to know about this. Like, they're working on this. They're just utilizing your garage.
One dude's trying to create penile enlargement, and the other one's trying to figure out how to reduce the weight of things.
Yeah, penile retraction.
Yeah, but, you know, it's like, it's a counterbalance. Fulcrum, lever. You can.
You'd know, buddy. So they need...
I feel a little rise and run.
Whatever they were working on needed a couple love tweaks.
Little of the juice.
On the contrary, it
My bad.
didn't need any juice.
Didn't mean to offend.
They had 2 cartons of juice, but they didn't even need them to be hooked up.
It's nonsense.
Yeah. So this thing's running completely on its own.
The box.
The box.
The box that they just... But they don't have it right away, right? Like, they gotta...
The box that Abe built.
But they gotta make the box. They spend quite a while procuring. Looking at machinery.
Yeah. Putting the camera in.
Yeah. And there's like that little nod that's like owned by someone else, maybe? The camera, it shows a label.
Oh, I think Abe probably gave Aaron a label maker for his birthday or something. Because Aaron kept saying, like, if you... Oh, yeah. No, it did say property. But I think he just put it, like... Because
it was a company name. It was like Ennison or something.
Because they do work. Like, they work at a lab.
Yeah, it's like an office spacey kind of situation.
Because Archie there comes in. And it's, prying on whatever they're talking about.
Typical office setting.
Yeah. Asking if everything's cool. Keep saying the word cool. Doesn't get to say it that much outside of work.
Yeah, really cools off as the sun goes down. But I don't know if we're really doing it justice. Like, they got the whiff of something here, and they started building this whole box, and that brings us right up to speed. Now the box is built.
Yeah.
They're looking for miscellaneous components. It's all over our head.
Yeah. Getting there's the protein in the egg thing. There's a lot of...
There's a nesting egg. What do they put in that? Or a little balancing?
And they're walking you through it, like, every step of the way. But at the same time, it's just
you can't really
so
do
much
it at home.
information thrown at you that it's hard to, like, really take in everything until you actually know what's going on.
It's like fucking Peggy Hill. It's really good at boggling.
Yeah. They're talking about how something, this might take 5 years. I'm thinking, this movie's only 80 minutes.
Yeah, how are they going to do all of that? Yeah. But it turns out things are just fucking slipping right ahead when you put it in the box, isn't it? And you might start to wonder, how does this go from just a little stupid thing to something a human can do? But all you need is a little bit of laughing gas and a mask. You can explain. Even, I'm just trying to prime it for you.
Because then they made the bigger boxes.
You haul, I haul.
Yeah. They were no Carl Vargman.
No.
But, they did the trick. They're pretty shaky. Actually, when you got to an actual look at them, they're, like, done with piping. Like, our box looks a lot better than theirs. And I wouldn't consider ours a box. It's more of a can.
Do attitude.
Yeah. Is there anything that we're missing? I feel like...
Hold on. Let me just think
the main conversation comes in the second act. So I feel like I'm just kind of skipping ahead.
Yeah, we got it pretty well primed. We got the box.
Logan Paul's going to love this episode.
How many electrolytes has Brew got?
I don't know. Tons.
The most in the biz?
Yeah.
It's all the wrong kind. It's like all potassium or something.
Yeah.
Something goofy. It's filled with K.
It's fucking delicious, though.
Yeah, that's the thing. And it's so sugary sweet that people got suspicious, right?
Yeah. I was suspicious.
Rightfully so.
So expensive, I tried to drink it over like 3 or 4 days.
Yeah, you said you spent like $6 on one?
Yeah, I was actually looking at the daily intake.
125 mils, I hope.
Just taking shots of it.
Yeah, just little cough syrup.
Little syringe.
Couple of CCs.
And then they went into the narrations.
Yeah.
Which, you don't get at first.
I know.
But
it brought me back to Terminator 2 or something beautiful.
Or like kind of X-Files-y. Or like very cold case.
Yeah.
I found.
Keith Morrison.
Yeah. Cause
Chandler Bing's dad.
You don't know it's actually Aaron talking in the narrations.
Yeah. He's kind of got his voice Batman or something. Or we just don't know who he is as an actor or as an individual. Or maybe if you grew up with the guy, you'd recognize his voice.
Do you got any notes on here? Because I feel like I'm missing a lot.
What are you missing?
You tell me.
Okay, so...
Why are you just staring at waveforms?
Yeah.
I can see in your glasses, you know.
It's like all red, if you can see it.
You think your vision's good in the glasses.
I'm going to just throw this out there on the new Indiana Jones once you check it out. Mads Mikkelsen there. Every time you see his glasses, they're like, you know, sometimes you see the green squares. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's not usually white or anything. It might be because of green screens and stuff normally. But, like, no matter where they are, they look around and you see a bit of green. But his are red in the movie.
Oh, yeah? Cool.
I mean, he's established as a Nazi right away, so it's not like you're, like, watching the whole time, like, he's going to be the bad guy.
Hope not.
Yeah.
I haven't even watched Hannibal yet. You?
Julianne Moore. Yeah, I met her when it was in theaters.
No, with the show with Michael, whatever his name is.
Burris, his new special.
Mad.
The man who killed Cosby.
I didn't know. He's dead?
Well, Hannibal might as well have killed him.
That was funny when that happened in the future with Joey.
Yeah. What happened to Joey?
Oh.
What happens to Joey?
Yeah. Did you hear about Newman?
Oh, God.
I love that. When they're all sitting at the bar. Newman's dead?
I can't talk like this.
Is it about time that they have that conversation on the park bench? You can see that Abe...
See what kind of chocolates life is giving them?
Staring down at him. Yeah,
I don't even know which one's Abe and which one's Aaron.
I'm assuming that Aaron's the one sitting on the bench listening to the March Madness.
Basketball.
Yeah. And Abe, who dates Rachel Tandusky or whatever her last name is. Maybe I am slouching, guy.
Oscar.
So Abe is on top of the roof looking down. You can kind of tell it's like, yeah, am I going to share this with him? It's just a classic scene. He's looking at him, and he's got something on his mind.
Yeah. This is where instead of us going on the journey of him, he comes back and he's like, let me just walk you back through everything I did today.
Yeah.
So we walk it back with Abe and Aaron.
Aaron. Yeah.
Sorry. And he's like, guess what? Let's take a little field trip to the lab. I talked to this guy, but you got to hear it from him. So they bring him to the first place. They say, hey, we got fungus going here. What's fun about that?
Yeah. That is funny. It's like, tell him it works. It works. Now tell him about the proteins. Yeah, those proteins.
And they're like, cool.
Like, such a yes man.
Yeah, so fucking Ghost of Christmas Present here fucking takes him off to the next guy. And he's like, oh, yeah, this guy thinks it's a joke, but he thinks it's interesting or not interesting. Thinks we're stupid.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, tell him about the joke I told you.
Yeah, and I think this is all before that scene where they have conversation on the park bench. Because I think on the park bench is when he says to come with them. And they are...
I just lost time.
They're sitting outside the U-Haul place.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that was a good reveal.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you mean somewhere that is temperature regulated. Just pan over it. Oh.
Yeah. I put it together.
U-Haul didn't mind? Like, it was
I put it together way before Aaron did.
Yeah. You've used such a unit.
D3.
Mighty Ducks?
Yeah.
Anaheim.
They go and not one box, but two.
What happened?
There's two boxes in the box. Within the box.
Layman terms.
I liked the fact of saying that Aaron has to bring his car. I brought my car the last time, but then I had to walk.
Is this where he like already scopes out himself going?
Yeah.
Yeah. This guy's like way ahead of the game. It's like last night they discovered, and the next morning he's like, yeah, I've been to all these people, and he's probably already made the box and been back several times.
Yeah.
Killed many of the people.
But then you just get lost in the past.
Yeah. They really give you that like chronological confusion in this. So not really yet.
This whole part of the movie is probably just as confusing as us explaining it.
Yeah.
But then this is when you really figure out the...
They throw enough flickety-flacks there that you're like, I guess so.
Yeah. But then he really breaks it down. Right? You gotta go to the hotel. You gotta stay out of the way. You got to... so you want to affect the next 6 hours as little as possible. So you just have to stay cooped up in a hotel.
Yeah.
And then dart back.
Yeah, if you've seen Breaking Bad, it's like all the stuff you're supposed to do when you leave your old life behind.
Yeah.
Except this is just like a day.
Yeah, exactly. But it's actually...
Mini vacation.
So you have to turn on the box at the time that you want to come back to.
Right. So, soft jazz.
So he turned it on.
Oh, wait.
He turned it on at 5 o'clock and then went back at 9.
Mm-hmm. Where it's 5 o'clock somewhere.
Always 5 o'clock somewhere. Except for this case, because no, it wasn't 5
it's
o'clock.
9.
Yeah, it was 9
it's 9
o'clock.
In this place.
Or no.
No.
Because there's the kill switch box. He sets that one on at 5.
Yeah.
There's one box set up that if something goes awry, you can completely go back.
He's got a Back to the Future computer going on here with the numbers.
So the main one,
digital clock format,
is 9, and he stays at the hotel 6 hours.
Yeah.
Then you go back into the box, and then you actually have to sit in the box for 6 hours. After you just sat in a box, you got to go sit in a smaller box.
They have a smaller waiting room within the waiting room?
Yeah. Well, you got to travel to the smaller waiting room within a waiting room.
So you're there and you wish you grabbed the magazine from the last place.
You're throwing a football at yourself.
Yeah. You're leaving the other people behind. You're saying, have a good day.
The doorman at the hotel doesn't know what the hell's going on. Yeah, because he thinks everyone's better than him.
Yeah.
And then you got to go back to U-Haul.
Specifically.
Climb in the box. Within the box.
Mm-hmm.
And then you got two of you. As long as you don't interact with your double.
No problem.
The double's going to go within that course and loop around. And these doubles, sooner or later, will just be drift off into the past, so it doesn't matter.
What do you mean by drift off into the past?
Because it's a constant loop of how he's going back in time. Then the double is going to go to the hotel, wait 6 hours, and then go to the tank, wait 6 hours, and then go back in time. Mm-hmm. So they won't matter anymore. Once your double does the course, you'll never see them again.
Oh, well then no sweat. Where's the tension? Where's the threat here?
because Aaron keeps messing it up.
How's he do that?
He fucked up.
Oh no.
He fucked up.
Well, he's dabbling in some stuff, right?
He fucked up.
He did. He dabbling.
There's too much of this. I wish I could punch this guy in the face. My girlfriend's ex-boyfriend showed up with a shotgun at a party. Whose hasn't? Fucking Aaron. He's just not... He just can't be happy with the present.
Yeah. Chekhov's gun. Did they even show it go off?
Yeah. Actually, in this movie... Okay, we'll get to that later.
Alright.
So he explains it to Aaron. Aaron misuses it. Of sorts. And he just gets greedy. And isn't happy with the outcome of things. And
Roll the dice again.
So he thinks about it. They have that cool... So you're asking me about any cool shots that stuck out to me. They had the Snoop Dogg and Martha Stewart shot, where it looks like he's standing up in bed.
Yeah.
Something that tired masterminds could use.
Yeah, a little ass to mouth or whatever you're talking about.
Yeah. And then, it's just the camera sideways. And it makes him look like he's standing up
Giving
against the
away
wall.
all the secrets.
Yeah. Well, what shots stood out to you?
Well, there was this point where it showed like...
Where'd you get those glasses? Lost and found at a independent theater, or did you steal them in a
those are
man's locker room?
Gogs.
On top of a locker?
I don't remember where I got them.
I think they're old ladies' glasses. Let me see them.
Ta-da.
Let me see them.
Let me see you.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Gloria Vanderbilt collection.
Gloria. Is that from the Latin for glory?
So what were you saying, madame?
Pull out my cat eyes. What I was saying was there's some alright shots, yeah. The in the garage. You know what I'm talking about there?
Quite a few.
Yeah. That like outside using the thing to make like little comic book frames almost in it.
That stuck out to me.
That was well done.
Look like a film strip.
Mm-hmm. They used some garage transitions.
Yeah.
Get in and out of a few scenes that way. What else? There was just some interesting angles and stuff used, like above cubicle shots, and like something from must have been the second floor of wherever they were going along. But I was just thinking overall of how I guess we should say that it's like a $7,000 movie, and most of it went to the actual film stock, which I thought it was done on a handy cam, and I already knew that fact. It's grainy.
Yeah.
I don't know how you like your mustard, but this fucking
Not
thing
at all.
is piss yellow for the majority. Ripping it apart. I don't know which direction's a tug of war right now.
But it looks very like a student film.
Yeah. And some of the acting
feels local.
Just not to hear.
But Aaron is a composer, not even an actor.
Well, I think they said something about how it recycles. Quit fisting through your green bin and tell me what you're thinking here.
I'm waiting for you to talk about something.
I was saying things.
Phyllis got more points than you do.
Well, she usually does. Much more poignant.
Hey. You clean it up, mister.
Yeah. This guy I work with, and I just want...
Yeah, Platt. Wish I could punch Platt in the
fuck
face.
Fuck me. Yeah, no, economical. Yeah, they were doing shots everywhere. They did all them, like, shots at the beginning there when they were going to different places. Like, there was a machine, like, fabricating a thing. And, like, they're just, like, at gas stations. Like, really cheap and guerrilla-looking stuff. They're at an airport at one point. And you can tell, like, this isn't a big setup. Like, this is just live in this airport. But they had rooftops. Like, they had good access.
They're ambitious.
Yeah. And this Carruth fella, or whatever his name is, it's kind of his M.O., the composer guy.
Yeah.
Like, to be write, shoot, direct, all his own stuff.
Yeah.
It's just I don't happen to know any of the other things.
Well, Abe has a lot more...
Creds?
Oh, yeah.
You see,
Aaron only composed, like, 3 or 4 things.
wow. Well, he's the one with the name smattered all over the thing. It's his name on the box.
Is it Aaron or is it Abe?
It's the not blonde guy.
Okay, maybe I got it twisted.
No. Yeah, it's not.
Okay.
It's the not blonde guy.
Well, I didn't even see his filmography then. I just saw his compositions. And there's only like 4 of them. I was like, this guy must have just been a friend or something.
Well, they did make it to Sundance, or one of them big fests here. Won a congratulations on this thing. So it must have been something nice about it.
What's worse, thinking you're paranoid or knowing you shouldn't be?
Yeah, that really is the begged question. He's so heightened, this guy.
Kind of makes your ears bleed, doesn't it?
Pretty much. I guess that's like the sign of a stroke or something, a little mini stroke. Like, it's supposed to feel like a little bit of a shock.
Is that's your first piece of foreshadowing? Is that Aaron has effects before Abe?
That's the first bit of foreshadowing.
I would say that Aaron is double dipping the chip.
Yeah.
I can't remember anything before that would, point towards Aaron kind of messing around.
Yeah. It was like right at that point, I think that I was like, you know what? He probably just thought of the idea and this all happened. Because, you leave it as a problem for your future self to make this thing. And all you have to do is simply think and grow rich, Napoleon.
But, that's the thing, is that they can't travel into the future. So they're always stuck.
Well, it's okay.
It's the doubles that get left in the past. So
Yeah.
so that's why it's higher stakes.
Yeah. Well, I don't know the stocks.
You can only go one way.
Future.
But they are killing it in the stocks.
Yeah.
And they're making
What was the gross?
more than the budget.
It was enough for steak.
Oh yeah. You
Yeah.
get a hell of a lot of tacos.
Mm.
Especially on Tuesday.
Right. Crunchy shell, soft shell.
Have you ever had one that was both?
Yeah, I had it before some diarrhea once.
They also lose mobility of the hands. Makes you start writing like an infant.
That's the stroke.
The second after because they talk about this even before Abe's ear bleeds. Abe's ear bleeds like almost at the end of the movie for the first time. Because then Rachel's dad gets brought into the mix.
Yeah, what's that all about? He's like he was gonna be like one of the investors or something.
Yeah.
And then the blonde guy somehow must have told that dude. Must have been flapping at the mouth or something about what a good thing, or maybe one of his clones, or
said it to Rachel, and Rachel said it to her father, or something like that.
Yeah.
Might have been through the grapevine.
Yeah. But apparently none of these guys told no one. Yeah. But still, there's this, I don't know, drunk dude.
He found out his code.
Yeah.
Bosco.
Yeah. And they find him disheveled in a pool of chocolate sauce.
I just saw that guy. What do you say? I just saw that guy clean shaven. Look at him. Looks like he has 3 days of hair growth. All these devils kind of running around.
Mm-hmm.
And don't they find him? Like behind a dumpster?
Yeah, it's like one of the cheaper action scenes where the follow one guy and then he gets back there and everybody's already decked.
I know, and then it cuts to, two Aarons. This is where you see Aaron poisoning Aaron.
Yeah.
And, he's poisoning independent Aaron. Mm-hmm. Coffee shop Aaron.
Yeah.
Go to the movies Aaron.
Yeah.
I love that Aaron.
Yeah.
But he's dying.
Yeah.
2 Aarons cannot stand.
No.
Neither can 2 Corys.
Yeah. Yeah, and in the case of this canonization, it's a syringe that comes to this round table.
Liquid turkey. Juice. Yeah. Turkey juice.
Yeah. This tryptophan.
Yeah, I'm a tryptophan.
So cut whatever. We're in a hoodie.
Nice hoodie.
We're doing a little dead. You said not dead. Dead body disposal.
I don't think he killed him. I think he just locked him in the attic, and then by the time that they moved forward, it wouldn't matter.
Simpsons did it first.
Always. Fuck. Right there, Captain Destructo.
Hey. All right, Captain Fantastic and the Brown Dirt Cowboys.
I thought that was awesome, the Butters and his little sidekick when they were trying to be villains. That was some of the funniest shit South Park did.
The fractured butthole.
Yeah, this is when Butters and Craig show up at the garage, finally.
There is some comparisons to South Park in this. They do feel kind of like them characters.
Yeah.
Skeeter. Come on.
We'll put the bugs in later. Yeah. We'll CGI those in.
That's summer. We're in season 3.
Are we? No.
It's summer. We're in season 2.
Okay. We can't go forward. Only backwards. And then we go round and round.
Whip pans with the football.
Whip pans with the football. So there's some fun in games.
And they did have a lot of fun in games. They played some Scrabble. Like, they did really this no screens thing. Mm. Fully committed to, no technology. Yeah. And complete Amish. Yeah.
Done it so many times that they're saying, I wonder what these hotel workers think of these 2 guys going in hotels 6 hours every day.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
Like, and it just hits them like a ton of bricks. Like, shit. It's like, what? What do you think these guys think of us doing this?
Probably not surprised by the look of them.
But Aaron fucks up once again. He fucked up.
That's humans.
He fucked up.
That's human.
He fucked up.
He did.
Brought his cell phone. Come on, man.
Yeah. Get a yonder bag for this kid.
And so how do you think this works? That
Kevin Hart wouldn't have let that happen.
So if he gets a call... And that was like a really weird scene too, because now they're in the future, baby.
Yeah.
And they were kind of... It seemed almost Matrixy.
Yeah.
Like they're out and they're just like sitting at a coffee shop, or like they're just walking around and they're like, yo, what are we going to do?
Yeah.
Because he brought his phone and they're wondering, so if he gets a call here...
Yeah, what's happening elsewhere here?
Yeah, does it fuck up the call for the double?
Mm-hmm.
And does that change time?
A valid question.
Butterfly effect?
One of many that might have gotten raised. So.
Was there anything that actually did come of that?
I don't know.
So he didn't fuck up.
It was all... It's got a weird trajectory right there.
Yeah. Well, Aaron definitely fucked up.
Yeah.
Because then they're going... And they have that really dreamy sequence of how they're just standing off right at the party. They're standing to the left out of focus, and you see... And it's almost like a Dark Side of the Ring montage, how the whole crowd's in front of the guy with the shotgun, so you can't really see what's happening. You just see Aaron from the back walking towards the guy with the shotgun, and he just kind of slowly pushes it away.
No. No blast there.
But it wasn't good enough for him. He wanted to go back again and say, we should just get him arrested.
Yeah. It's more non-lethal.
They're taking the... They go into his car and take all the shells out of it just in case.
The sea cops show up.
Yeah. The Seasides. Cedric and the Seasides.
Yeah. I think they're called Coast Guard, but close.
Yeah. And... Is this when it goes to the bench scene again?
Maybe.
And then this is when you realize that... because you find out that Aaron isn't actually listening. Oh, symptom number 3.
They're walking around with these little...
He falls down. He faints. Or his legs get all janky or something like that. And he falls down.
Symptom of the universe.
Aaron goes to help him. And he can hear that what he's listening to is actually a conversation that they've already had.
Mm.
And you realize that the whole time since that first bench scene, this was actually the next Aaron. Because Aaron did 2 loops to Abe's 1.
Yeah, which is interesting because out of the 2, he is not the composer.
And you would think that, in the whole time you think that Abe, obviously, he came to his friend, so he must have a 1-up. But he only did it the once. And then Abe did it twice. So that's why now he's getting bloody ear syndrome and baby printing syndrome. But then Abe, for some reason, is the one that faints. Is it just because he put it all together? That was a shocker.
It's a lot to behold.
The thing is that I found the movie was so flat.
Visually?
Everything just had, not only that, but, there wasn't any, really tense parts. No. It all just had, one vibe
Yeah,
the
there was
whole
no
time.
boss saying, have this done by Friday.
Well, not only that, but then, to dull everything, it's even when the twist happened, there wasn't enough tension built, there wasn't enough build up, almost. So when it wasn't as impactful as it could be,
True enough.
or as it usually is.
Yeah.
Instead of oh wow, you're just you get it, but
it costs money.
It costs money.
Yeah.
These are composers. They're directors. They're better actors than we are, so what can we say?
So we ace out a few of our clones.
Ace out a few of the clones. They have a...
Wean back a little.
Yeah. Heterosexual life partners. They get into a little bit of a marital dispute at the airport, just as they're about to get on their Tuscan getaway.
Yeah, what is happening? Like, the guy is, like, telling him to stay away from his wife, or he's jealous of his life? His wonderful life?
It's a wonderful life. No, there was a... Because you're ahead of your past, this you that did all the stock trading and got the money can just disappear. That's what you disappear, and then your past self will just go through.
Yeah.
Right. So that was the thing.
Don't contact anybody.
Yeah. Instead of having to get, you have to be in the cycle.
Mm-hmm.
This was the way out of the cycle.
Yeah.
And he was talking about taking his... But you can't take the test tube daughter and your beard with you.
I guess that's true. So he's like basically getting witness protection.
Yeah. He's witnessing and protecting himself.
Mm. And he goes. I guess this would be...
Abe's not into it.
Oh, my bad.
Abe's not into it. And they take a little... I can't remember what they are, but there's a couple deep digs to each other.
You're right. I kind of forgot about some of this stuff.
Abe says, "I'm going to stay here, man."
Yeah. But
they take a couple jabs at each other, too.
Oh, yeah. This is the real little... When all the pissing match happens. Happens with the best of everyone. Not Bill and Ted, but mostly everybody. Dude, where's my car? It has a little bit of a snappy thing. Like, these guys act like they're so cool and stuff, but then, like, the minute starts... things don't go quite right. They're like,
all is lost. Much like Batman and Robin, how they had their marital disputes behind the scenes and were fighting over poison ivy.
Guess...
Isn't that what we talked about? Oh, that's in the future, baby.
Yeah.
No, it's the past.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't foresee it.
You don't remember this?
No, I believe we probably did.
I knew you were going to say that.
I know.
Aaron...
and then?
And then...
These two dudes make amends.
Yeah.
And then?
And then?
No and then.
There is no and then. No, well, Abe says there's only one way to do this.
Yeah.
And he goes into the kill switch box.
Yeah. But he's like full bananas at this point, right? Like, this is where he's like, you're doing it my way. Like, I don't know when he became the boss of the box.
Abe? He made the box.
It was collaborative.
It's his box.
It's like fucking... The other dude is really a spenny in all of this, isn't he?
He could have left... He could have not filled him in. The world would be a better place if he didn't. Fill in the errand.
Got an errand to run.
So...
There's a little something there, isn't it?
Yeah, Abe makes the decision.
Keys? Is there two sets of keys?
I don't think so.
Yeah, well, let us know in the comments.
There was 2 peels in the garbage, though. Notice that. Right beside the Leclerc.
Should be in the...
That was a double.
I thought you were still talking about the composer.
What's his name again?
Shane?
Gross name.
Worst thing since Trevor.
So the end is, Abe just decides not to tell him.
Noah?
And as long as Abe just doesn't tell Aaron, the world is saved.
Oof, just
Except
like
for
that.
everyone that gets killed with that shotgun.
And I don't know how like post credits it is, but then it shows fucking new Aaron out there in France building the big old life size box.
Forgot about that. But that's jammed into the middle, isn't it?
Yeah.
There is that weird scene. Making a big box.
I know. I guess that was like a post credits prequel scene.
From the future.
You know what I mean?
It's the future, baby.
Ugh. I wasn't primed for that.
I wonder if we say that so much on the podcast, you're going to take it out of your script. It's what I'm shooting for.
It's gonna be the soundbite that people latch on to.
Do you think there's future?
Did I do that?
How did future Adam do with that production anyways? Did he compose it? Is he a composer?
Decomposer.
Decomposedist.
In the past, I was a decomposed.
What are you now?
Quite composed.
Yeah, fucking,
I'm in my prime.
Yeah. Got the hair of a gladiator.
Maybe next time.
Cult classic. I don't know if I would join a cult that would allow people like me to join.
Your wardrobe says otherwise there, Groucho. Slocho Marx.
What a fucking sob.
Look, it's a little late.
What a fucking sob story. I feel like it's just because you're always slouched.
Yeah.
You should look at your future self.
Yeah. Fucking spineless, shaped like the letter N.
Yeah. Your hair's gonna be all a mess. Fuck, I stared at you with glasses for so long, I just assumed that I'm wearing glasses too.
Yeah. But about Primer. Like, I can't really track down the first time I heard of this motherfucking
What
thing.
is Primer?
I thought it was whatever the fuck we watched. But whatever it was, 2004, you hear about it when?
Last week.
Oh, cool. I feel like it's been bouncing around in lists or something. Like, I feel like I've known about it forever. And, it's less than 90 minutes, which is...
It's here. We did it. It's on YouTube.
Time is no object,
Yeah.
but...
Easily accessible.
Yeah. Couldn't afford anymore. Maybe they would have thrown in a little more jargon. J-tags.
Oh, shit. Sometimes when you time travel, it does the opposite of what you're looking for. And we're back.
Are you heightening over there?
Trying to.
Look at you. You're like a
Shrinkage.
fucking judge.
Yeah. It was
David.
like
That's the name of the dude.
like
Like the
it was in
other
the
guy.
pool.
David. He who judges. No.
Coming for the win right at
That
the
might
end.
be Daniel. Anyway.
I don't know. What's your favorite Daniel? Quick.
The one from the Elton John song. He sounded like a pretty cool dude.
You like him better than Cormier?
No.
You said it.
Yeah. He's not a Hall of Famer. He's just a vet.
I knew you were going to say that.
Yeah. 'Cause you're an animal. You can feel it coming.
Say Prime one more time.
Can't anymore.
If we get to 100, You get to box KSI.
That'd be pretty cool. Hopefully. What number? Hold on. Blimey.
All right, moving on. So what do you think? 80 minutes? Kind of felt like 3 hours?
About 73. Good night.
It was... Right. Moving on.
Moving right along.
Did you feel that though? You couldn't. I was like,
How come rumbling stop now?
I cannot believe that was 80 minutes.
Longest 80 minutes of your life?
I felt like Irishman flew by quicker than that.
Well, that's relativity, baby.
Hasta la vista, madam.
Phyllis.
Phyllis, you gotta step it up a little bit.
Yeah.
First, you wouldn't dress up.